heightism. When you have a preference for height, you know, you got them separated by height, you know. So there was a Land of the Giants party, right? Land of the Giants. That is a party that happened. I believe this was London. This happened in London. Land of the Giants. That was the promo of the party. The Land of the Giants, where you have to be 6 feet and above. Heightism, where a whole bunch of guys basically get measured at the door for how tall they are, and if you're not 6 feet, you can't get in. Can you guys believe this?
Welcome back to another video. If you're new to the page, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you're a return viewer, then you already know what's going down. We're going to be reacting to a video today about women's requirements for height when it comes to dating. And let's get into the video and put it down in the comments if you have any thoughts.
Now I'm 6'2", so I'm not offended in a personal way, but I think I'm just wondering, how did we get here? But so let's get into this. All right, so these are the 6 feet brothers and up, just walking down the stairs, big as hell. And I guess this is the measuring lady. Well, you're good. They are checking at the door. Ladies can't see nothing because there's a whole bunch of giants in the room. Whole stage is blocked. Can't see nothing. Can't see a thing. I see more girls than guys. But apparently it flopped. Apparently the party flopped. It was supposed to be, you know, something great, but apparently it flopped. And you know, people having a field day.
So I'm hearing the 6 foot plus party didn't go well. I thought height was the way. I'm hearing it flopped. Why did it flop though? Those of you who went, talk to me. What was missing?
Talk to me.
I thought 6 foot plus. Oh my gosh, tall guys. You got the height that you were looking for. What else could you possibly need?
What else?
6 foot plus was the only thing you needed. Okay. It's music to my ears. It's music to my ears. When I first saw them announcing 6 foot plus party, I nearly reported the post. But I thought, you know what? Let's just leave it. Let's see how this actually turns out. And it turns out, my God is awesome. That's what it will always turn out like. 6 foot plus. You want to be superstar? You better get down about 6 foot plus.
Let's hear it from the ladies.
I can't believe tall girls actually bought tickets to go and see tall guys at our party. And you actually went. How did you go, bro? What are you doing? And this is from a tall girl. I could never. Seeing a tall guy is rare. It's like winning a lottery. And that's the point. That's why he's special. More time, these guys, all they have is their height. They don't have anything else. Like, their brain is empty. Like, deep here. That was always gonna flop, man. That was always gonna flop. I can't believe.
I think the sad part about it is there's guys out here that really have to, you know, they're really out here working for somebody's attention, and girls are making them work for their attention and stuff like that. And to see those same girls stand in line, spend money just to be in the same room as guys that are 6 feet, just tell you, like, you working hard for somebody that somebody else does not need to work hard for, respectfully, you know, because anybody that's willing to pay money to be in a room full of people to have a certain height, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's desperate. That is pretty desperate. And then it's kind of a slap in the face for the guys that's not 6 feet and above. Imagine this, ladies. Imagine this. This is how I want you guys to see this. And this is actually different because you could change this. Men cannot change their height. And this is why I say the game is so effed up. But men can't change their height, but yet women have preferences on height. Men have preferences, will say they have preferences on weight. Women will say, how dare you have a preference on weight? But you can change your weight. So imagine if there was a party where men are like, you can't be over this amount of body fat, and you're on the body measurement machine before you get in. That would go viral. That place would get canceled. Women be outside protesting, body shaming signs, all kind of stuff. But when it comes to men, oh, it's cool. No, you're not tall enough. Can't get in here. As if he made that decision. As if you made the decision to eat as many chicken sandwiches and burgers that you decided to eat. You decided not to put the french fries down. He can't change his height. You can switch to keto. He's not gonna get 2 more feet. He's not. Never. I know dudes is going overseas and they're extending their kneecaps and stuff. I wouldn't advise it. I actually seen the brother that did that in real life. I mean, he was walking around, he was probably a little bit shorter than me now. Shout out to him, but that ain't the way I'd go. I would just get real funny. If I felt like my height was holding me back, I'd get real funny, because everybody love a good laugh. If you're too short, well, goddamn it, tell a joke. That's the way I see it. But here's the thing. 6 feet is not even giant. I would even say myself, 6'2", I'm taller than most, but I don't feel like a giant. Like, I get around people that's 6'4", 6'5", and I'll be like, damn, you're tall. Like, you are really tall. I feel like those dudes are really tall. You know what I mean? I'm just taller than the average. Most people have to look up at me when they talk to me, but at the same time, it ain't wild. It ain't crazy.
I can't believe
a 6 foot plus party is absolutely mind games.
This 6 foot plus party I'm seeing is absolutely insane, by the way.
So this 6 foot party.
Girls, are we actually going?
You see the 6 foot plus party? I'm the only guy that can go out of my friendship group. Imagine that.
If you want to know what the door looked like in a 6 foot plus party.
Just can't imagine being in a room with hundreds of men that are giants, like 6 foot. Oh, I missed out.
What, you lot thought I wasn't gonna come?
What would be the version of guys doing this? Something that people can't change. What would it be? A woman can't change. What would it be? And we would have a party for that and say, if you ain't got this, you can't come in. Sorry. Only these type of people could come in. I don't know. It's just it's a little corny. It's a little bit distasteful. It's a little funny at the same time. But if the roles were reversed, this would be so unacceptable. I guess that's where I'm.
Land of the Giants, let's talk about it. So I've gone to this event with the precedent of thinking every man is going to be over 6 foot. Where they fuck.
It looked like they're having fun.
There was this one little piece of something at the top of this wall or section to say, this is 6 foot minimum. No one was checking if these men were 6 foot minimum. You walk in, the wall's there, then you just get a ticket scanned. Because when we went into the event, some of these brothers were there for 5'10", 5'11". Not Gareth. DJ, bless his heart, do you know what I mean? I ain't gonna shit on the DJ too tough. However, bare technical difficulties, they having tech, and I'm thinking, brother, like,
oh, that's crazy.
I get more traction in these events in Clapham.
What?
More vibes Brixton, more vibes East London. This, especially because it was in central London, you'd think, okay, cool, like, this is going to be up there with those type of areas, do you know what I mean? Every minute, can we get a manager because the sound system is da-da-da-da-da. 2 shots, £16. I said, okay, cool. We're in central London. 2 shots didn't lick off nothing. Like, Then you have to remember the event was catered to 23 plus. I am at the bottom of that scale. I'm 23. These uncles, and I will say uncles, bold. Bold. You got big. You got this. You got that. But the only thing they have to them is height. Like, it's actually crazy. I went there for a social experiment, so I didn't expect to leave with nothing, like, da-da-da-da-da. I came there for vibes to see what the event was about, right? One baddie comes on the stage. Who's the baddie they bring? Smiley. Smiley. That's what you could afford with Smiley. Not even no Biggie, no Honor. Smiley, brother. Smiley. On top of that now, you've got one little table, couple sofas, you've got chairs over there. All the men were in this little piece of section right by the bar. They stayed over there. Do you get it? If it wasn't for the girls in this party, the party would have been dead. Oh, actually, tell a lie. Big up to the bald brother. He knows who he is. The bald one, and there was one with the locks that were basically like parring in it. Big up to them because I was doing that rap battle with them the whole night. One thing about me, I'm not going to a party to look stush. I'm going to a party to at least try and have fun. Do you know what I'm saying? But you make it. Trust me, us girls and them 2 brothers, we really tried. We really tried because this event, all in all, it was a flop. I left the night thinking I could have stayed in my blood clot bed. I have never, ever felt like that in my whole years of partying. Never. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're playing Whitney Houston in the club.
Okay, you went to a party. I get what you're saying. Social experiment. That's a good quote called cop out. But you went to a party that was shallow. It is shallow to have a party for men that are only over 6 feet. There are a lot of men that have a good time, great personalities, great guys that are under 6 feet. You go to a party based off of something shallow like somebody's height, yeah, you're gonna wind up in there with some dry-faced people. And that is a perfect depiction of how you guys date. Like, it's kind of like if they had a party full of just rich dudes and the party was boring or the party was corny. What you're going for is so shallow that you're winding up with something with low substance because you just want somebody that's tall, which is why you wind up with these dudes that, yeah, they may be tall, but they ain't treating you good. Yeah, they may be tall, but they're boring. Yeah, they may be tall, but they have a good personality. But you're so glad you finally found a tall guy that will DM you back. That's a shallow party. And to my dudes that are not 6 feet, bro, don't let stuff like this get to y'all, bro. In real life, people don't even know the difference between 5'10" and 6 feet. Like, a lot of people don't even know heights for real. You sit here and you watch the Pop the Balloon show, for an example. You got girls calling guys short while they're wearing heels. So please don't get lost in the internet. If anything, you don't want an internet brain woman. You want a woman that could think for herself. You know what I mean? Like what she like in real life. And then ladies, with such shallow ways of looking at men, you're going to wind up in the deep waters. You're going to miss out on good substance because you just want a tall guy. And my guys that's not 6 feet, bro, don't be trying to go to no parties like this, trying to sneak in. Surprised nigga that's 6 feet and over even went. To me, this was very desperate. This is a very desperate party to go to, be real. It just gives me desperate vibes. And again, I'm 6'2". So I know somebody that, oh, look at the short king. No, I'm 6'2". You know what I mean? I would have easily been able to walk in. But that's pretty shallow. That's pretty corny for the other dudes. You know what I mean? Again, we can't do that to the ladies. We can never do nothing like that. It'd be on every front page that the men had a preference of what they want, and that's the party that they threw.
It's wild how normalized these kinds of standards are. How normalized they've become, really. A whole party where men under 6 foot can't come in. That's not preference anymore. That's just exclusion. And what makes it more ridiculous is that if men were to do the same thing and say, well, we want women to be a certain whatever in order to come in, that's going viral. Everyone's getting canceled. Parties getting shut down. It's not even going to make it to the opening. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. This isn't really about dating preferences at this point. This is why the whole modern woman thing and everything going on with that is the way it is. It's not really about that anymore. This is about how comfortable some people have gotten treating people as less than. Because I'm 5'7", I'm somehow intrinsically not as good as the guy that's 6'3". In my own experience in real life, I've never had an issue where my height has just been hindering me from having companionship from women. Like, that's not something that I saw in real life. I do hear about it though. Like, a lot of people talk about these things, and there's no reason to disbelieve any of these accounts. There's outliers everywhere. I have a good personality. I'm pretty funny. I make jokes, haha. You know, that's one of the things that's always said. If you're short, if you're not able to appeal to certain things, then you know you gotta switch those things up. This is the thing. What's really funny here is that someone being taller, it doesn't make you a kinder person. It doesn't give you any relatable features. It doesn't make you more compatible with people. You know, it doesn't do anything for you personally other than make you look appealing to whoever that is trying to be appealed to. The more people that actually lean into this only tall people matter or only this aesthetic matters, the more that you're going to undermine your own chances of finding a good match and a good partnership. Because one thing we have to understand is that there are this many people that are that tall. How will you ever find that person for you if there's only this many of them? Everybody wants them. By the time you get there, 9 times out of 10, they're already going to be with someone. Now you either got to share, or you got to be a home wrecker, or you got to go through some other means that are, this is probably not what you planned on. You probably didn't plan on that, but now you have to go through that. The fact that something like this existed and actually was played out and sold out, it says a lot about how skewed the expectations from women towards men has gotten. It's not really about romance anymore. Like most people will agree that women can't say it's about romance anymore. It's more about aesthetics and social status and who you are, what you look like, how you present, and things that are tangible in that aspect. Put it in the comments, man. Let me know what you guys think. But until the next one, you guys have a blessed one. I'm out.